Okay. Well, I'm back. I just want to do a little follow-up on my first video on my fur handling area of my garage. For me, I had a good season. Doesn't take much to make me happy. But I figure I'd just go over everything real quick. What worked, what didn't work. Pretty much everything worked. There's only one little thing that's pretty much useless, but got my boards all hung back up. The Unistrut system worked great. Beaver boards are down in the rack down in the basement. And I got a couple of Fisher boards here, female and male Fisher boards that I made up. This is the only disappointment really is the Beaver board. I used it once, it was off anyway, and you can eyeball it and just figure it out yourself a lot faster than messing around with that. So I just let that go. Stack of drawers work great for storing stuff. It's a little far away for the flushing beam. I might get a stool right next to me so I could just set it there instead of having to step over and set it down. My PVC flushing beam worked excellent. I really like it a lot. The only thing is I pretty much used a 6-inch beam the whole time. I used it for everything. Even Beaver, I started out, I seen on Coon Creek Outdoors, he starts around the legs, puts each leg hole on here and flushes around each one, turns it around, and then he goes from there. It goes to the bigger board. But what I did is I started flushing on it, never switched over, and did the whole thing on there. But it worked great on everything. I like it a lot. Easy to clean. The mink board, flushing beam or whatever, it's easier just to flush the mink right on the stretcher board. And that's what I did. I put it in on the bench and I just flushed it right up there. And other boards I really didn't use. I think I tried the 8-inch board one time. I don't think I ever tried the Beaver board. And up here I got a few things out. We're going to be working on, we're having our first Fisher season in my area. And they were talking about doing it a couple years ago. And I made a couple of cubby boxes. And I made Noonan wire cages. And I also picked up some flower pots for the flower pot set. So we'll be, hopefully, I'll be working on this all summer. I'm going to make some more of each and do a little bit of other stuff. I'll be doing a few videos on my work throughout the summer and my steps to hopefully catching a fisher. This RTS setter, I love the thing. For an old guy, it's easy, and I don't do a lot, so works perfect for me. I got my muskrat here. First time putting it on the board. You can see it. I don't know if you see anything that jumps out at you. Let me know. I'd like to do the best I can. But right over here is my skinning table, my beaver table, and my small project table really. Worked great. I got acrylic poly on here. I put several coats on it. It was great. I got blood on it. I was able to wipe it right up with some disinfected wipes. Cleaned up. Most of my blood I got right here, doing a couple animals here. Wiped right off, cleans up easy. So, it's the table's an excellent. Another thing is, I got one of these here. I love the thing for muskrat and for mink, especially mink. It's really nice. But one thing I could really recommend is this clamp here. Clamp is really nice. I used it for weasel, I used it for mink and muskrat, and I even used it for beaver. I took the tail, put the beaver tail right in there, clamped it down, and it came out this way, and I was able to pull on the pelt and finish out through the head, skinning the head pretty quick. It was pretty nice. But here's a couple of weasels that I put up. These I caught last year, and I froze them in the round, and I took them out and skinned them, fleshed them, and they're fine, really. I only had 2 weasel boxes out this winter. Weasels weren't cooperating. It was so warm, lack of snow. I don't think they were interested in scavenging in any of my weasel boxes. I think they were more interested in hunting, so they would visit. I had tracks at one box 3 different times and set of tracks twice at the other one, but they would not go in. And here are my weasels. Here are my mink. This one I caught this year. Came out pretty nice. Left the saddle on as much as I could. But there's the one mink. This mink here, again, I froze this in the round and took it out and skinned it and fleshed it. Came out all right, I think. I didn't see anything terrible with it, but we'll see. I'm gonna have things. Hopefully, I can run my fur around people that do this and can help me out on what I did wrong, anything I should change or improve on. If you see anything that jumps out at you while I'm showing around, let me know. But here's a fox I caught again last year, and this one I skinned and rolled it up for out in a plastic bag, and I couldn't tell any difference between this one and a fresh one. So, real nice fox to me anyway. It came out really nice. And here's another one. And then highlight of my season too is I caught my first coyote right here. And another thing is my first time I ever removed the cartilage. So it's not that bad. So again, this is my first coyote, and I wound up getting 2 more before I pulled my canine sets. But the stools, very nice. I was able to sit at this one at the fleshing beam, and while I removed the cartilage from the ears, which is pretty nice. The beaver trough down here, on the larger beaver, it was pretty good. The smaller ones I'd rather do on a flat table, just do it right on the table. And my little block here to hold that I put in the vise, and it holds the boards while I pin. I also held the board there while I was flushing the mink. That worked real nice. Really, everything worked pretty well. Over here, got some beaver, and they came out pretty nice. I mean, at least I think so. We'll see. Now, I did use staples, and I'll tell you right now, for me, a lot of time on my hands and everything, staples aren't too bad, but anybody that's going to trap more than 3 beaver, I recommend the nails. I'm going to be going back out. Our season on beaver is open till April 6th. I'll be going out again. I'm going to try to catch one more for more bait for the fisher season coming up. So I'm going to use nails on that, and I'll be able to determine that really quick. All my beaver earlier when I was younger I did on the hoops. So now I'm putting on boards, so I'm going to try nails next. And right over here we have the dryer. The only animals I really washed were the coyotes. They gave me a lot of trouble when I got down to near the head. They bled a lot. And it made a mess. I didn't cut the carotids. I was careful with them. You could see them. But any other blood that around the mouth or ears, it just bled like a stuck pig, and what a mess. So I washed them. And after I washed them, I just hung them out. One I hung out in the tree. The other one I hung out underneath the lean-to out back, the garage, and left them overnight to drip dry a little bit. And then I just finished them up in a tumbler here. Put a little corn cob bedding in there and ran it for about 15 minutes. They came out clean, fluffy, and dry. Real nice. Here's some beaver. Okay, here's some coon. Now, I only had 3 DPs out. Automatically I caught one in a canine set, so I pulled them real quick. And this is really my first raccoon I ever put up, so there they are. The other 2 are skins from last year, and those skins were skinned and rolled up and fur side out and frozen in a plastic bag for a year, and I couldn't tell the difference really. And here's the prize of the season. Something everybody wants to catch is a possum. Actually, I did want to catch a possum just to put one up. I never put one up. I wanted to put up as many different species as I could. Hopefully I did a good job. We'll see. All my fur, I will be having it all tanned this year. I'm going to keep it all. I'll use them. I'm hoping I'm going to try to become a trapper instructor this year. I'm already a bow hunter instructor, but I want to be a trapping instructor. And these will be nice props. There'll be nice wall hangers in the den, and in my when I'm no longer able to get out there, I could have these hanging around the den and surround myself with some fur. Make me feel a lot better, I think. But that's pretty much it. I just want to thank everybody that posted on YouTube with a lot on fur handling. The guys back at Swamp Talk and Trapper Man, I want to thank them for I got a lot of help there. I really appreciate it, and everything's working well, really. We'll see what the new season's going to bring up. All right, thank you for watching.